They should bring over from Ukraine about 20 Ukrainian witnesses. I can get them that are still being held there. A couple I found out very recently are in fear of death, and somebody should lean on Zelenskiy. You want another penny? Give us your Biden file.
So I want to be very clear about what you saw from Rudy Giuliani there. That is a current video. I know it sounds like the sort of thing that you've heard him drunkenly stumble through for 6 years. I don't know, but that's new. And if that sounded familiar, his advocacy that the Republicans should lean on Zelenskiy and make aid to save Ukraine contingent on producing damning stuff about Biden, it's because that's what Trump got impeached for. The first of the two. I understand there's multiple, it's easy to get mixed up, but he's still advocating for that. To be clear, if we flash all the way back to 2019, you can see this photo of him with his sort of co-conspirators in that scheme, Lev Parnas, Igor Fruman. So apparently, we have this video of Lev Parnas indicating that it's not gonna work out. It's not just that it got Donald Trump impeached already, but there's really nothing there. Take a look at this.
In nearly a year traveling the world and interviewing officials in different countries, I found precisely zero evidence of the Biden's corruption in Ukraine. No credible source has ever provided proof of criminal activity, not the FBI, CIA, nor the NSA. No respectable Ukrainian official has ever said that the Bidens did anything illegal, including former President Poroshenko and former Prosecutor General Yuri Lutsenko. Even when CEO of Burisma, Mykola Zlochevsky, was offered a deal by Rudy Giuliani in exchange for information on the Bidens, he provided none, because there is none.
So that's the guy that Rudy Giuliani had to try to just find literally anything to justify taking down Joe Biden. He's like, we didn't find anything. And so look, it feels utterly pointless to even play that tape because Rudy Giuliani knows that they didn't find anything. He knows that there's nothing there. Everybody knows that there was nothing there. But the issue is there doesn't have to be anything there, which is why simultaneously Rudy Giuliani is insane to advocate for this. And also, why not keep talking about it? As I'm gonna show you, it works. So we've been through now multiple years of the Republicans saying there's something going on with Biden that's corrupt. And they don't mean the campaign finance. They're not interested in investigating that because they benefit from it too. No, it's something about China, or it's something about Ukraine. And they've come up with bupkis, nothing, literally. It's so embarrassing that James Comer is desperately trying to stop talking about this. And yet, 84% of Republicans believe that Joe Biden helped or participated in his son's business dealings after all this. More than a third of Democrats believe that there's something there. The majority of independents believe it. There's been nothing. There's been nothing, but it doesn't matter. It just gets talked about so much. Fox News talked about it for several years solid, that people come out of it on the other side thinking, it's been out there, I guess there must be something. And and that's sort of riding on top of people's generalized belief that politicians are likely all corrupt, from floor to ceiling. But it's really depressing, Ida, that like they didn't even need to succeed. It was sort of a Hail Mary and they failed on it, but they're still gonna get the touchdown, it looks like.
Well, you said it, you just said it. The American people have lost faith in the American government due to all of the corruption. The media is not properly reporting anymore because they belong to corporations and they have to tell the stories that the agendas are having them tell. And the education system in this country is lacking. And we went from last year, the average American allegedly reading on a 6th grade level to now the average American reading on a 5th grade level. And we hear this, you talk about critical thinking skills and people knowing where to go get information. And the average American is so busy working and trying to survive inflation, not having proper health care, paying student loans, medical bills. They probably have a few minutes of the day to pick up news online and they got to read everything that they read. And now this is all, I'm telling you, it's our dark ages. We have gotten to a point where science doesn't make any sense. People don't believe it. There are people actually out there coming to my shows who don't believe the moon is real. I mean, it has become You know, it is it's rearing its ugly head. All of this greed, this corporate greed in our country that runs it, that's really trying to turn all of the Americans into just modern day working slaves to keep them rich and keep their money going and their generational wealth going. And a lot of people are negotiating themselves away because they don't have the information and somebody's emotionally playing with them. Rudy Giuliani looks like he's not well. And I'm not even saying that as a diss, but all these people are unhinged. You know, they're narcissists. They're in front of a camera. They got people that will die for them, buying all of their products. It's a drug. Yeah. It's a drug. And if you see the way that they're behaving, it's out of control. It's really out of control. And of course, Americans believe that Joe Biden is corrupt. And they believe that everybody is corrupt, and they are apathetic now. Yeah. And that's why a lot of people are undecided, because we can watch all kinds of atrocities happen before our very own eyes. And they're like, but look over here.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
The thing is, like, he is corrupt. Just not with that stuff. That's not how he's corrupt. That's ridiculous. He's corrupt in the same way they're all corrupt, but none of them want you to think about it. And hey, they got what they wanted because you're not thinking about it. Yeah, utter madness. I do agree. He doesn't look well. I was gonna discuss this insane QAnon video that Trump posted on Truth Social that somebody else had put together. And I was trying to find it. So I went to that person's profile. It's the first time I've ever gone to someone other than Trump's Truth Social profile. And I scrolled down that, and I could have wept for us people. There is so much. I don't know what the term is for. There's a lot of undiagnosed mental distress out there affecting a lot of people, is what I will say. And some of them get retweeted by the former president.
Sorry.
There's some days, Ida, where I can't take where we're at as a people. It is the dark ages. This thing, you can get access to millions of books on this. I can answer almost any question I can come up with, and I can have it explained to me at a 3rd grade level, at a 6th grade level, at a college level, at a graduate school level, almost anything to me. It used to be that you'd live in a village and the richest person in the village would have 3 books. I have millions. Everybody has millions because everybody has one of these. Nobody reads anything. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.